Welcome. Dominaria United is up on Premier Draft right now on Arena, so we're going to do that instead of Bloomborough. I believe this is the first set I ever drafted for this channel. So, yeah. I actually really liked this set. I was very good at it. Obviously, cares about multiple color decks, but I always felt like a 3-color deck was the perfect place to be, crossing the signpost uncommons together for some really cool synergies. We are currently very low in the gold rankings. I let the Gremlins use my account over the holiday weekend, and, well, they lost. So we have to dig our way out of what they managed to do. But that's okay. They had fun. That's all that matters. And we'll just start drafting for the new season now. I don't remember everything about this set, to be honest, but I'm fairly confident I can jump back in and remember quite quickly. Nothing crazy good in our opener, but some decent white cards for sure. I think I remember this Phalanx just overperforming. This was quite a good common. Danitha is not great, but it's still a 5-mana 4/4 First Strike Vigilance lifelink. So it needs to be respected for that reason alone. But it isn't too often that you have auras or equipments that go onto the battlefield with her. I think it's still the take here for sure. Micromancer was really cool, build around. Necromass, Espionage was decent. Yeah. I think I had a really cool Necromass deck once. Prodigy was okay. Drawbridge, the wall deck is insane. Captain's Call was okay. Maybe if we're lucky, a good white card will wheel. Into one of the best rares in the format, Grata's Firebrand. I mean, who passes this card? It is a 2-mana 3/1 that basically makes it so that you can attack on turn 2 and usually turn 3 without being blocked. It's really good. And if you have any domain at all, you usually can pump this for 3 mana if you're playing 3 colors. So not bad second ability. Walking Bulwark is essential in the Walls deck. Bayard is something I'm very upset on losing out on. I'm a huge fan of Bayard. But I don't think you take Bayard over Rada's Firebrand any day. Maybe the Sacred Peaks wheels. Griffin Protector was also really decent in the go wide red-white deck if that comes back around. Infantry is very good in a spells deck with, like, Balmor, but you can only take one here again. This have been 2 very awkward packs back-to-back. Artillery Blast is okay, not great. This was one of the worst payouts, I guess. Might was pretty good in a domain deck, if I remember right. I don't think I mind Infantry. Definitely keeps us safer than taking Balmor. Timely Interference was always a nice spell too, but yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Infantry. Warbrute was okay. Shield Wall, again, another essential wall card. Relics of Legends. I don't think a lot of people are high on this card, but I am. This one was also okay, but not great. Tail Swipe was decent, but not great. I mean, knowing me, I like to take legendaries, so I'm going to go with the Relic, and hopefully we get a bunch of legendary 2-drops, and we just have, like, infinite mana on turn 3. Into a Tori or a Heirloom Battle Hymn. I think the Hymn is better than Tori, but Tori's good too. I mean, any of the signposts in the 3 colors that you choose for this format, I think, are very runnable. Faith Bonder is also excellent. Outrider, complete outperformer for sure, especially in any domain, but I think the Hymn is just too good of removal to not take it. Passing some good cards, though. Okay, here we could either take the Bog or the Sleeper. The Sleeper is very good. You do want to be able to kick it. We already have one piece of fixing with the Relic. The Bog is probably just safer. But I am seeing a bit of a black signal, so I'm going to take the Sleeper, and hopefully we get enough fixing to be able to kick that. Okay, into a Keldon Strike team. Pick 7. Let's go. Keldon Strike team might be my favorite common in the entire format. I mean, it's either that or it's the Tolarian big 5/5 with Ward. Another Strike team, though. Lookout was decent. Herbalist was surprisingly good with Enlist. Another Protector. They are very good in the deck we are currently building. We'll get more of these, but yeah, Strike team's just too good to pass. We're going to look for group pumps. There's several in the format that are quite good. I don't think Fire NATO is the type of removal we want, so I'd sooner take the Drawbridge as a way to push in late game. I mean, Necromass is okay, but not with what we're currently building. Alright, so fixing or Protector number 1. I think Protector number 1, now that we have 2 Keldon Strike teams, is probably better than Sacred Peaks, but I think Mardu is looking like a open lane. Yeah, it's definitely Mardu. So, do I want Meteorite? I guess the Monstrosity is still the safest pick, even though I'm not a big fan. You know, this Vivisector does a ton of work, too. I'm going to want one if we end up in black, but I think let's just stay safe for now. War Brute over Smash to Dust is just not great. Let's just take the War Brute. I think the Goblin is better than the Cavalier, but I'm going to take Cavalier based on what we already have. Cool, we got a Vivisector anyway. Okay. Nothing outstanding in this pack. I think Cavalier might be the best card in the pack, but it's close between it and Knight. Stronghold Arena is just kind of... It's an okay card, but it's kind of a disappointment. I don't think it's better than the Knights. Repossession was always good. Garna's not great. We might actually wheel the Garna. Let's take the Dawn's Light here. But I hate passing the Cavalier. Well, this pack is worse if it's even possible. Codex is decent in a domain deck. We're not currently a domain deck. I mean, Kavu would fit our deck better. Or even the Steel Crusher. I'm actually pretty fond of the Steel Crusher, if I remember. I don't think it's a bad card at all. But Codex is much more unique. I mean, if we end up going even 3 or 4 colors, I think the Codex is runnable. It is a grindier, slower format, so card advantage can be really important. I'm sure we'll get a wheel. Maybe even a Furious Bellow out of this pack would be okay. The Warren Chief. Double green. I don't think green is particularly open. There's an equipment to go with our Danatha, but it'll probably wheel. It's really between the Strike Team or the Outrider. I think I'm going to take Strike Team number 3. Like I said, it's just a really good card in the format. Into a reason to go Mardu for sure. Ellis Ilcor is pretty amazing. I like it a lot more than Infusion or the Whelp for sure. Yeah, we're going to go into Mardu. To Inferno. This is the double strike trick that I like a lot. You can also copy the spell. It's insane with group pumps. Usually you can kill people out of nowhere with it. Bog Badger was okay. Another Gaze Might. Yeah, Twinferno's easily one of my favorite cards in the format. Alright. Aaron, this is not a great card by any means, but in our deck it could be okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it. Aster's not worth considering. There's another repossession. It's probably worth it even without the kicker. I don't think I want this. I think I'd rather have a protector. In fact, 2 protectors with 3 strike teams is a very nice win con. Ooh. The Warhorse. If I remember right, this also is just really annoying to play against. But I'd rather have Bellow number 1. Our creature count's really solid. This should not be wheeling. Linebreaker is pretty good. I mean, the picker is definitely the take for our deck, but I'm going to take this. Kavu or Steel Crusher. All of them wheeled. We are definitely in the open lane. I don't think Root Weaver is worth it without the kicker. Just take this card. I don't know if this is good. I kind of remember it not being great. Barricade, on the other hand, in this deck is good. But I'm not currently playing Walls. This is actually okay as well. To a Herd Migration. Yikes. We would have 4 colors if we splashed for it. It's probably worth it. This is definitely a maybe. This is not very good. Could take another Dawn's Light or another strike team. I think I like taking the 2-drop over strike team number 4, but I would not be sad if, well, anything from this pack wheeled. Even the land would be okay for Herd Migration. Another Sleeper. A Rager. The Phyrexian Rager is very good. Or I could just take a land. I'm going to take a land at this point. We're definitely going to be a 3-color deck. At minimum, maybe even 4, so I need to start taking some lands. Braids. Braids is sweet. Yeah. Just another good pack for us. There's a Frenzy. Another strike team. Tribute to Urwag. Getting hooked up. This infantry is not very good in our deck, is it? It's probably still worth keeping, though. Oh! There's a Heroic Charge. This is the card we were looking for. This one's far superior to the War Frenzy in red. Heroic Charge is how you win. I'm not going to play anything from this pack. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Shield Wall. Alright. We have our chance at the Cavalier now. I'm going to slam that. Much more difficult pick. We are light on removal. Extinguished Light is not bad. But more fixing is probably better than removal at this point, since we are trying to be the go wide. Like, I don't want to be spending my turns removing. I just want to be going wide. So I'm going to take the fixing. Tougher pick. Tribute's excellent. But I wonder if I need this equipment since I have so many 1/1s. Just as a backup plan to push damage. That's a shame. Another Vivisector. Tablet's decent. I don't think there's anything wrong with Tablet. I think I'd rather have Vivisector number 2 in case we want to make white the splash. Warbrute's probably not going to make it either. Yeah, here's the Frenzy. I guess we might run both. Wow. It's absolutely incredible. We also, like, passed. I mean, somebody else at the table must have gotten 3 strike teams. It's just incredible how many strike teams were opened at our table. Alright. Let's figure out what we want to do here. We don't really have tons of legendaries for this relic. I don't really need 2 pumps either. Not necessarily if I don't want to. I guess I don't need the Vivisector. Probably end up making black my splash. Even though we have braids. I don't think this atrocity's worth it. It's interesting with the kicker, but I don't know. I don't think this is what I want. Yeah. So we're splashing for black bombs. Twinferno's very good here. Infantry's not great. Still might want to run this migration. And consider the codex as well. I'm also considering this barricade. Let's see how it looks with the migration real quick. Two sources for it. But if we land it, we basically win the game. This is going to be a late game play no matter what. Only 4 black sources if we do this. I do have 2 black cards I want to land early. It doesn't really interfere with the rest, though. I guess we have the sleeper as well. So I lose out on sleeper value if I do this. Strike team's still good. Or we could just cut the migration and the relic. And then run 3 colors without the filling stuff. Give us another black source. Maybe we don't need this pump. So I could run it like this, or I could run it with the pump and cut the green. I guess the pump does the same thing as migration to my kill and strike teams. You know, they're still all hitting in for 3 with the pump. It makes my other mana better. This is very close. I think you could go either way. This is one of those ones where we could either go 3 or 4 colors, and I don't think there's a wrong answer on it. But I am gonna probably just cut the migration and go with the safer build. We can always bring the migration back in, but I like 7, 7, 5 without the relic. And then we can just bring in the Warhost Frenzy. I mean, I think this deck is very good. So, I'm very happy with it. I think our seat was incredible. You should never complain if you get 4 Keldon Strike teams. With a Heroic Charge as well. Some decent 2-drops too. Yeah. Looks good. Looks great. Ooh. That's a choice. Rada's or Ellis? Huh. Well, that's actually a very difficult... Oh gosh. We're gonna lose. I actually think legitimately the Guardian is the best rare in the entire format. So we're gonna have to try and race it. Yikes. This Guardian is such a stupid card. It solos. Scry 2 whenever you enlist. If you discard a card, it gains indestructible until end of turn. It's just impossible to kill. Looks like our opponent's doing some sort of domain, which is fine. I mean, they can still give it indestructible even though it's tapped at the moment. I don't think trading off Rada for a random card in their hand is worth it. We're gonna have to wait till they get fewer cards in their hand. Okay. Yeah, see now Rada can become a 5/3 if we wanted, but there's no point here. We're just gonna attack in. Death Toucher can't block. So good. Just go here. And yeah, I mean, this is a full-on race. I think the Protector is going to do some good work, just flying over everything, and then Aaron can be decent late game. We do have, what, 4 strike teams, so... Our opponent had a really good turn for double spelling for 5 mana. It's pretty good. Do I want to trade off Rada now? Probably not. Getting the sacrifice online is pretty good because it kind of wrecks removal, but if I draw into one of our 4 strike teams, I'm going to wish the Protector was on the board. So I think I should just get this out. And hopefully race in the air. Okay. It's not so bad. Really doesn't block well at all yet, so... I think we're just going to build up our board for the charge. We're racing. They are playing the stronghold. That is annoying for the race. They just gained 7. Ugh. Man. I really think they should be attacking with their Guardian, though. They're just giving me infinite time here. Guess I'd rather go wider. Given the forward state, I am afraid of their own charge. It's also like strength of the coalition. And the colors they're playing. I mean, if they have that, we get wrecked here, but I do need to keep attacking in. Yeah, they got a trick. Alright, let's see it. Might. Yeah. Okay, that wrecked us. Ouch. Good news is, their Guardian kind of isn't as good anymore. Yeah. Because now if they want to give it indestructible, they have to discard the last card in hand, and I'm sure they don't want to do that. Take 4. There is a strength of the coalition. Okay. It does only cost 1 mana without it kicked, so they can give +2 to anything. Need another planes. This is kind of awkward. You know, given they have strength, I wonder if I should just go for the heroic charge this turn. They'll be so close to dead. And they're not going to be able to save everything. We can also make it so the Death Toucher can't block. That way Alice lives. Well, I guess if they block Ellis with the Guardian, they get us. But they'll do it with the Knight, right? I guess they could still get us by doing the Knight with the trick. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Wow, discarding Braids to save their Guardian that was trading anyway. I do not think that was correct. Also not using the trick to save the first striker. Yeah. I mean, they're very close to dead here. If they can't find a way to gain life, they're dead next turn on board. You just attack in. If they kill anything, they die. If they don't kill anything, they still die. Yeah. They got greedy with their trick. For sure. They needed to use that. I mean, we know it's in their hand, so. Okay, they go to 1. We'll just be able to sacrifice our own creature next turn. What could they have drawn? Block here. Remember, they have to gain life here, or else this doesn't matter. GG. Cool game. We didn't see a single one of our Keldon Strike teams, did we? It's kind of weird. This is not keepable. This is kind of equally not keepable. I guess we're going down to 5. Okay. I guess I'm ditching the black cards. Yikes. Odds are not good here. Of course, to draw a swamp. First draw step. Blight Pile's insane. I did draw a 2-drop though. That's pretty good. Yeah. Looks like they are on the infamous wall deck. No boy. Yeah. Okay, on the play with a wall deck. And we're on a mulligan to 5. I don't like our odds. Steel Crusher can kill the bulwark. But I like just getting rid of the pile before that gets out of hand. Jeez. Okay, we keep drawing lands. We've had 3 spells total this game. If they have a shore up, we kind of lose, but I think I have to go for it. They have it. Yep, there it is. Pause. And we're dead. Yeah. I guess last turn I could have just tried to kill the bulwark and left the pile on the battlefield. Yeah, that would have been better. Now we're flooding out. But they had the counter, I guess they would have been able to, yeah. So they would have been able to counter me killing the pile, so they'd still have the pile on the wall on the battlefield. Jeez. Good deck, I mean, not much to say here. We were on a mold of 5 and their curve out, yeah, and we flooded. Yeah. It's not much you can do. Alright, let's go to the next. This is so sketch. I'm gonna keep it though. There are not high odds for me to get double black. We only have 5 in the deck, so Called and Strike team is probably going to be our first play of the game. If we're lucky we get a plains and we can do sleeper instead, yeah. Really need to get a land next turn. Of any color. Or else we just die. I think that card was okay. I think people underrated it. I think it's decent though. If we don't hit land here though on this draw step, I might cry. My goodness. Alright. I'm just gonna do this. I think. It's good. They took the turn off. Yes. Yes. Land is good. I'm not going to be picky about what color it is at this point. One more land next turn for the strike team, please. There it is. Let's go. How many ways are there to give trample in this format? I don't think there's too many. We'll have to chump block a little bit, making our charge worse, but I think that's okay. They might not attack in either. If they attack in, I jump with a 1-1 and then they get hit for 6. That's not great for them unless they have a follow-up here. Decisions. Apparently a very difficult decision. Okay. Yeah, as expected. Alright. Well, we'll just keep going wide, I guess. As soon as we get a plains, we basically win the game, so I don't think there's any reason to attack in. Now, they could have a board wipe. It'd be very bad for us, but I don't think they currently have the colors on the board to be able to manage that. Looks like they're a heavy green deck. Yeah, okay. Lovely. That is castable, but I don't think it's worth it this turn. I mean, if I was them, I'd be terrified. Yeah. Okay. I mean, they have tons of dig here, where they're able to, you know, really, really look at their library. It's a pretty good deck. I don't think we have lethal, though. 4 blockers. Oh, do we win now? I think we win. now we definitely win. They don't have the colors up to counter anything. This is very GG. We'll kick this for trample for good measure. Oh boy. That is our deck doing the thing. Nice. I think this Kai is actually a good player. This hand's pretty good though. Remember, it's a season reset, so most people who are in Platinum are just Mythic players who haven't played up to it yet. I wish this triggered on all non-creature spells, but only instants and sorceries. Well, it doesn't matter. They're terrified of it. They got rid of it. I like that. They know the power of the barricade. Start developing out our board, and then just, you know, wait for the group pump to come. Very nice. Alright. It was actually a perfect draw, because now we can double spell this turn. Oh. Well, that was going to get us no matter what. Okay. The Defiler of Flesh. I do not remember this one. Not too many people actually played it. Okay, so you can give Menace. So we're gonna have to race it. I think in that case I'd rather have the Protector in the air to race in the air. We are going to take some damage though. This is going to be very much a race. Wow, another Defiler. They're just mono Defiler over there. A Barricade and some Defilers. I don't think I want to trade. This is a very tempting trade though, but I'm not going to do it yet. Nice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost like we have 4 of them in our deck. Pew, 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 pew. So much pump. I love the Protector with the Kill and Strike team. I'm going to enlist an attack here as well. Yeah. Now they changed how they do that, I think. I think you used to have to declare it before attacks, or I don't know, it was weird. It's fine. Okay. Well. That's fine, I guess. Nice. Wow. That's so OP. Kill him 2 turns. Let's just do this. Now, if they have, like, the black, you know, -2 to the whole board thing, that would be very unfortunate. In fact, I wonder if I should just attack all now. Yeah. Get the damage in while I can, and then we'll have the Furious Bellow next turn. The mill out strategy, wow. So 2 black-blue wall decks. Very interesting. I think we have it here unless they have something. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. Cool. We are just too wide. I guess it doesn't matter where I attach this, really. Obviously, like, a 1/1's the better spot, but... we have Bellow anyway. GG. Helm Strike team's so strong. It's crazy how late we were getting those in the draft. Okay. It needs to draw a plains, but it's good. Uh-oh. The white wall deck. Well, if they have a chaplain, they have a chaplain. What can I say? They're on the play, too. Okay, that was good news. Maybe they're missing a color. Okay. That's fine. I think, again, I mean, we have a lot of other options, but I think the Protector first is best. Good draw. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're missing lands over there, but I'm okay with this. So good. There it is. The Wingmantle Chaplain. What a card. I think it's too late though, right? I'm gonna have to start chumping my Protector. And then we're just gonna wait for Heroic Charge, right? They did not chump. That is insane. I don't know why you don't chump there. I mean, they must have like a charge themselves that they want to save their board with for. Defensive charge. I'm gonna play out the second Protector, and then we can use Aaron and sacrifice a creature if we need to here. They're probably just gonna tap down the Protector before it attacks anyway, though. They didn't. Okay. Huh. What does that mean? No chump again. I mean, they're almost dead off of Aaron, right? Let's only do 3 this turn instead of 4. I like being able to hold open Aaron for sacking whatever they try and remove for value. An offensive tap down is a little bit interesting. Yeah, they'll have 3 blockers now. but I'm gonna start doing this. I think it's worth it. Pings for 1 makes everything a bigger threat. They just don't have enough blockers. GG. We beat the Wingmantle Chaplain deck. Feels good. I think they must have been missing a color. So, feels bad and good at the same time, right? Ooh, FloridaMun? Let's go. Another fellow streamer. We play against him in early access quite often, actually. Not my favorite hand, but I'm going to keep it. It's not one that you ditch. I'm going to say hello. I would have loved a white source, but that's okay. I like seeing that. Although, it means they probably were running some terrors. No white source still. Let's just push damage. I mean, that's why this card's so good, right? That flexibility of being able to run it out as a 3-drop with haste. You don't have to wait till turn 5. And they are on all sorts of domain over there. Love seeing Fires of Victory against that. Right, well. I would like to hit some lands now. Okay, there we go. I don't think I'm supposed to enlist here. Yeah. Oh, Firestorming. A 1/2 and a 2/2. My oh my. What does that say about his hand? I guess I'm gonna go with a flyer. Yeah, there it is. The terror. And a Balmor, okay. The terror is very good. Very scary. They're tapped out, so we're gonna still try and race. We are quite far ahead at this point. And I think they're not gonna want to jump here. Yeah. Do I want Ellis value or not? They have so much mana open. If I do the sleeper kick, I can't cast anything else this turn. Could go Braids. This is a tough choice. Well, if they sack their... They're not going to sack their Terror, are they? They're going to sack their Balmor, right? So we can go slower, or we can just put the pressure on. I think we should keep the pressure up and do the sleeper first and lose out on the Ellis value. See what they sack. Nice. Okay. Let's go. There's the plans we needed. So pre-combat we're gonna do this. That way if something dies, we still get some value ping off of it. GG. Whew. Scary cards, but turns out being mana screwed in the beginning was probably a good thing because of the Firestorm. Maybe you should have held the Firestorm a little longer, but I guess he wanted to get the Terror out there and expect to win afterwards. I don't know. This is pretty great. I guess we want to run out the plains before the mountain. Just in case we get, like, Ellis and we want to do... Well, I guess we can't cast Ellis anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Just run out planes anyway. So, leading on Firebrand for sure over Knight of Dawn's Light. Good. And you know, next turn, if they don't... Well, I guess even if they do drop something, maybe I should put down the Kellen Strike team and hit in for 6. Oh, man. They might have counter magic here. They either have counter magic or they just have a very slow hand. So I think we need to still run out the strike team and hope that it's just a very slow hand and punish them with 6 damage here. Nice. Okay, it wasn't a counter. Let's go. I don't think they can win now. Even if they drop something, I mean, they have to remove the Firebrand, basically, is what it's going to take now. Yeah, it's not good enough. Nice. Let's just get in for 6 this turn. Play to the board. And then pretty much win next turn unless they can drop multiple creatures. That is definitely not going to do it. Yeah, they just had a slow hand. Alright. Yeah, you just go. It's lethal as is. Oh, I see. So it'll become 6. We can make Rada into 6. But not more. What's Rada's wording? Play with creature less than. Not equal. Okay, so it has to be less than. So what we do here is we pass. And then they're going to make a block. And whatever they don't block, we'll just bellow to do the 3 extra damage there. Yeah. GG. Okay. 6-1, and the mold of 5 was the one loss, so. Another mulligan. Okay, this is better. I think infantry has to go. Okay. They know the power of the vivisector. We're in trouble. Ouch. Okay, the curve out's great, and they're on the play. So how do I want to play this? I guess we're going to lose out on the haste factor of the strike team to be able to protect Firebrand, I guess. We want to force them to have to block with something that's not the 1/1. Wasn't necessarily expecting no blocks. Huh. I guess I still want to develop out my board and play out the 3-1. Land is good. This is so sus with their mana open. I think I'm supposed to do this. I mean, the pump is free. It doesn't waste a card. Let's go there. I still think they have a trick. Yep. That's fine. Oh, that is less fine. Okay, that's like one of the few cards they could have had to... Oh, really wreck us. Archangel of Wrath is kind of insane because the 3 life every turn makes it really hard for us to continue racing. We're still going to need to try and race a little bit, but incredible card. It's probably going to take 7 this turn. Yep. They have a good deck. And we were on a mole. Yeah, barricade 2. So I need to attack here. And then they have to mess up next turn. I'm gonna go up to 15. I'm gonna be 1 short, no matter what, aren't I? Maybe not. Hmm. I can't afford to block here. If they have a trick, they win. One more white source and we would have won. Yikes. Alright. Let's hope they mess up on the blocks. They did not. Okay, so it doesn't matter how we do it, right? So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. They go to 2, or we can do it twice, making it 6 and 5. It's still 11. Dang. Too short. And they have a trick anyway. Okay. Looks like it wouldn't have mattered. Oh. Yeah, the barricade can sack for life too. So we're 3 short. So they needed to not block one of these creatures, I guess. I mean, GG. Yep. Cool. Let's go to the next game. We have one more chance at a trophy here, but I mean, our deck's great. Both games we lost, we were on mulligans, so it is what it is. This is good. Okay. That is kind of scary. Balmor is one of those cards that can just win out of nowhere. They can literally solo you. It's a very good card, yeah. Okay. Doing a nice job of curring out here. Would like another white source, I think. But can't complain with double Griffin Protector in hand. They have the Tolarian Terror. They're going to rifle off a bunch of spells this turn in order to be able to cast it next turn, so I expect a flurry of spells here. Yeah. Oh. Interesting. There is the white source. Thank you. I don't know what's at instant speed. I guess I'm gonna enlist. I think you could make the argument to not enlist, but I'm worried they have a shore up for blocking purposes here. And Twinferno can help me make that a blowout. Punished. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. They might have a shore up still. Let's see. Could be a counter. Okay. That's an interesting card. So, it only makes permanent spells. So, instants and sorceries don't get that discount. It's not the best defiler. We've seen so many defilers today. It's definitely, I would say, maybe the worst one of them. It's a decent draw. I guess I'm going to respect it by putting Danitha out as a blocker to trade. If they have Shore Up, Balmor goes up to 3 power, but can't eat my Protector. So I think I'm supposed to still attack. I mean, Twinferno and Warhost Frenzy here is pretty lethal. They're not careful. But like I said, Balmor can win out of nowhere, so might be right to chump if they attack with both. Respecting that they could have lethal out of nowhere, but also, I don't know. Whoa. What? That's insane. They just 2-for-1 themselves there. I'm gonna pass. I don't think there's... Yeah, I don't think there's a spell that can kill me. That was crazy. I could go for lethal here. I'm not going to. I'm going to play it a little bit safe and take one more turn. Be a little bit less aggressive with it. And just hit in for 4 here and then do the big move next turn. Play out my Protector at end turn. We kind of get punished if it is a shore up, and has been the whole time, because then we'll have to use our spell to protect and trade, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Well, that's just too risky to go for it. I want to, but I'm not going to. Ah. Because if the last spell's just a counter, we pretty much lose next turn anyway, right? And we don't die unless they top deck the best card in the format or something crazy. So, I like this a lot. I'm well aware we missed point of damage, but we did that because we had to hold open the other spells. I mean, now you definitely chump. If they have trample and another trick, good on them. Okay. That is not going to do it. So I need to give double strike if they block both. With the Twin Inferno, I need to give group pump if they only block one. They're tapped out though. So yeah, we'll just wait and see how they block. Okay. I mean, we could do it either way. Right. So, we'll just copy. Kick, why not? GG. Alright, that is a trophy. Cool. Cool deck. This set's very fun. Like I said, I think 3 colors is the sweet spot for sure. But yeah, just, I mean, a really straightforward strategy, but what we were doing very well with the Keldon Strike team and the Heroic Charges. And the Griffin Protectors, so really nice example of how you can just go wide and then group pump in this format. It is a slower format, so you do have time to develop out and do that. So I do like that about the set. We had really good sideboard as well. You know, herd migration with the Relic and Codex would have been, I think, reasonable as well. I'm okay with the way that we selectively trimmed it down to just 3, but I don't think 4 would have been bad either. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you again next time.